Hi, I'm Roger, and I'm the author of a series of books called Launch Your Dev Career. They're available at Amazon, and there'll be a link below. My series is broken down into daily readings. Now I'm taking those books and I'm turning them into a series of YouTube videos. My series is for anyone who wants to learn to build apps. Look, in my intro video, I promised that each video will only be 5 minutes long, so let's get started. I also promised to tell you ahead of time everything we're going to learn in each video. So here is a list for what we're going to learn in this video. Let me bring that up here. There we go. So we're going to learn a little bit of history, why Tim Berners-Lee created the web. He wanted to share documents. We'll talk about that. We'll learn about that the internet is not the web, and the web is not the internet. They're two different things. We'll see our first HTML. We'll learn what HTML is used for. That's structure of a document. We'll learn what a browser does with HTML. And we'll learn that HTML is really a rigid set of rules that allows a user to create a hierarchical document structure, kind of like an outline. And then we will see some HTML tags, or they're also known as elements. And we'll see that those are pairs that are begin and end pairs. That'll make more sense. And then we will talk about the fact that browsers aren't as rigid as the HTML standard that it uses to display documents. So we'll talk about all those things. Let's talk about what you need to go through this course. Really, all you need is a computer that can run a modern web browser. Then you need a modern web browser, like Mozilla Firefox. That's what I'll be using. Microsoft Edge, Google Chrome. Those three are kind of the best because there's a dev tools thing in there that you can use. Makes it a little bit easier. So the third thing you need is a text editor. There's a few different text editors you can use. Notepad++. And most of these are free. There's Atom.io, the Atom editor. You can get that free. But the one that I really like the best and that I'll be using is Visual Studio Code. So that's provided by Microsoft. It's not Visual Studio, it's Visual Studio Code. And there'll be links to show you how to get that. So here we go. So you need those three things: computer that can run a modern web browser, a modern web browser, and a text editor. That's all you need, and we can get you started. Finally, what I will provide is the source code and how to use these things. All the source code for this entire series is available actually at my GitHub account, and we'll talk more about that. So you can see GitHub launched YDC, Launch Your Dev Career, and here's actually the first document that we'll look at. There's 2 volumes in the series, and we got volume 1 and 2, and you can get in here and get the code. You'll be able to get all of the source that we create. Nice and easy, all compiled for you. Okay, we only have 5 minutes to talk, so let's get this show on the road. The first thing we want to do is talk about some of that history of what Tim Berners-Lee really created and why. The reason was he was creating a way to share documents. That's what HTML is all about. He actually said this quote. He said, "Creating the web was really an act of desperation because the situation without it was very difficult when I was working at CERN, a physics lab. Most of the technology involved in the web, like the hypertext and the internet and multi-font text objects, had all been designed already. I just had to put them together." And it's true. The internet is the communication channel that the web, the HTML pages, travel on. So it's a little different than the web. The web is the thing that Tim Berners-Lee created, and he created a way that 2 people could simply have an address for a document and then put that address in their browser and then look at another person's document. He wanted to do that to share data with everybody. So now let's take a a first look at our HTML document. I've got the first one pulled up right here, and we'll start to look at this, and we'll start to look at it the way that the browser looks at it.